Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It's Saturday, January 3rd. Hope your day's going well. And today I want to talk a bit about what is a bull trap. I want to explain that. And this is a terminology that's derived or came from the stock market, trading and investing in the stock market. And it absolutely applies to the crypto market. So you may have heard some folks talk about bull traps and bear traps and so forth. And the reason why I want to highlight the bull trap specifically today is I believe we are in a bull trap right now because what we're seeing is some recovery in the market. You guys can see the trend line here. Everything is going back up. Now, it may look like it's going back up, but this could be potentially be a bull trap where as far as it's going to look like it's going up, but then it might quickly decline back because there's not enough support there. So let's go into the details. So the definition of a bull trap is it's essentially a false signal indicating that a declining trend in a cryptocurrency stock or index has reversed. So we had a decline and now it seems like things are reversing and it's heading upwards, but when in fact it will continue to decline. So a bull trap occurs when a trader or investor buys a cryptocurrency or stock that is about to break out above a resistance level, which is a common technical analysis based strategy. While most breakouts are preceded by strong moves higher, there are some cases when the stock or cryptocurrency quickly reverses direction. And as mentioned, these are known as bull traps. Now, this doesn't apply to you if you're holding long term, you know what I mean? If you are day trading, it absolutely applies to you, but it's still good for us, even those of us who are holding long term, to understand what's going on so we don't get false hope, meaning we may see a rebound and then we're like, oh, the market's going back up, and then it crashes back down. So that's the idea to take away from this so that you're able to read these charts and know what's going on in the market and make more informed decisions. Now, once again, like I said, it doesn't necessarily affect you unless you're day trading and you're a trader. But if you're holding long term like I am, you're not worried about losses or getting trapped in a bull trap because you're holding long term. So here's an example chart showing a cryptocurrency declining, right? It goes all the way down, it bottoms out, and then we see a reverse and we see some growth, right? And it looks like it's about to hit the resistance line, which is right here, but then it subsequently drops. So that right there is your example of a bull trap. So just to break down in that example, so let's say that cryptocurrency reaches a 52-week low. So it's been, on the way down for a long time. And before rebounding sharply and the volume toward the trend line resistance. And we have some investors who jumped into and it's like, oh man, it's gonna rebound, it's going up, we're gonna buy more of this stock or this cryptocurrency, and then they get trapped. So that's essentially what it is in a nutshell. Obviously, I'm not a stock trader professional who can probably explain this better, but just so you guys understand the principle of this, and when you're looking at the cryptocurrency chart here, right, even just looking at Bitcoin, we see that it bottomed out at 8,300 and now it's on its way back up. So, if you're a day trader, you may want to jump in and buy, but you could get caught in a bull trap. Now, if you're a long-term investor, it's not a big deal, but still, it's good to know this principle and what this is because, once again, if you're going to invest, you need to understand all the principles, all the things to look out for. So how can you kind of spot a bull trap or make sure you're not caught in it? So essentially, you may want to look for higher average volume and bullish candlesticks. So some of you may not be familiar with candlesticks. I'll do a video on that, but essentially looking at giving it more time and see what's the volume around this. Does it actually have a solid trend, or maybe you don't want to pull the trigger right away in a 24-hour period. Maybe you want to give it a few days. So it's more of letting it settle and stepping back for a bit and just looking at it and see what's the volume behind this, because it could just be people buying the dip, that type of thing, and it's not really there's not a really volume in there. There's not a lot of confidence behind it, and we still have to wait a certain period of time before the crypto or the stock starts going back up. So The idea for us, as far as crypto investors, those of us who are long term, I think you want to watch the market closely, look at if there's volume, what's the trading volume behind it, and does it have like, some sort of trend, not just a 24-hour period or even maybe 48 hours. You want to go beyond that. So here you can see, like Lifecoin Watch, they showed a volume behind that. So you want to take a look at that, and what you guys can even do. I think there was a bear trap in January, as you can see here around January 17th, where we hit a low, and then things started picking up, and then it crashed back down. Now we're even lower. So there was a bear trap there. Now the caveat with that is we did have a bunch of negative news, so it could have been a bear trap or not, because bear traps are not necessarily they're not in a sense backed by negative news. It's just a confidence level and volume of trading. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. So this looks like a bear trap, but once again, we had so much negative news in January that could have just sent the price down, even though things were rebounding. So I just wanted to share this information. I hope this is helpful. I hope I explained it correctly. It's some of you who may be, as far as folks who've been in the stock market, or maybe you're a day trader, whatever it is, you can, correct me if I'm wrong here. Leave some comments in the comment section. But if you guys like this video, please thumbs up. As mentioned, I'll do a video on what's a bear trap, as well as understanding candlesticks. And please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll have some more videos on cryptocurrency investing and other ICOs and things along that line. So I'll talk to you guys later.